You know when you're having cravings to look at porn, it just feels like it's going up and up and up, like it's never going to end. And it's quite uncomfortable. And the thought that does come up is like, I have to look at porn, otherwise I'm going to continue feeling like this indefinitely. And the urges are only going to get more severe, more intense. But is that actually true? Well, of course, it is not. So the reality is, it's a bit like this chase where you're kind of trying to get to the end of the rainbow. And like at the end of the rainbow, there's like, I don't know if anyone's heard of this kind of thing before where there's like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I don't really know where this came from. I've not looked into the history of it, but when I was younger, I was told once there's like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And so you would like go and try and follow a rainbow and try and get to the end of it so that you could get this pot of gold. But like the more you follow the rainbow, the further the rainbow gets. Like it keeps on going further and further away, and you literally can't get to the end of this rainbow. And I think this kind of chase with porn is very, very similar in that there's this illusion that there's going to be something amazing at the end, but it's all just glamour, and there actually isn't anything there. The thing that's going on is we have dopamine, the molecule of more, just wanting and wanting and wanting, continually craving, and there actually isn't really any satisfaction because we will never be satisfied by porn. It is all just one big illusion. So I want to share this quote with you. It's a quote that I first heard in The Molecule of More by Daniel Lieberman. Really good book, I highly recommend. And the quote is, "Glamour is a beautiful illusion." The word glamour originally meant a literal magic spell that promises to transcend ordinary life and make the ideal real. It depends on a special combination of mystery and grace. Too much information breaks the spell. So this is an important quote because essentially porn is glamour. Porn is a lie. It promises that there's going to be something further ahead, something exciting in the distance, but that never ever comes to fruition. It is just a lie. And when you actually go and look at porn and you engage in that compulsive behaviour and you kind of get out of this continual chasing, what you do discover inevitably every single time is that you do not actually feel satisfied afterwards. You in fact feel horrendous. You feel tired and energy depleted, and I really, really recommend writing down exactly how looking at porn makes you feel so that the next time you have cravings, you can go back to that list and see that, yeah, this is what's actually going to happen if I look at porn, and that this glamorous illusion of some amazing fantasy is all just bullshit. So, craving only ever creates more craving. You can never ever be satisfied. That's how dopamine works, and there's an absolute abundance of porn. You will never ever be satisfied by porn. One more click, one more video, all bullshit, invented by the addicted part of the mind to keep you stuck in an addiction, and we can overcome this. So, as I say, dopamine, molecule of more, you'll never ever be satisfied, and you really do need to understand this to get out of well, you don't need to understand that dopamine is the molecule of more. You don't really need to understand anything about dopamine. What you need to understand is that porn, like this idea that porn is giving you something that is serving you and that you can be satisfied, that is a lie. You need to also understand that you engage even once, you're going to be stuck in this cycle indefinitely. And you only actually get out of looking at porn when you choose to change your addictive neural pathways. And you basically make that choice in that moment, like, I am going to feel this discomfort, and I am going to make that active, conscious choice to not look at porn. Some of the junky thoughts to challenge here then. So junky thoughts, any sort of justification, excuse, rationalization that the addicted part of the mind will come up with to try and get you to engage in the compulsive behavior. Once is okay. We need to challenge that idea. It's an absolute lie. Once is not okay. You engage once, you're back in the addiction. You're going to keep on wanting it. And if this wasn't true, then you probably wouldn't be addicted, because this is a junky thinking that comes up all the time. It's like, I'll just do it one last time. It's not that big a deal. Once is okay. It's those kind of thoughts that keep people trapped indefinitely, and they just go round in circles. But if once is okay, when's it not going to be okay? It's a really, really important thing to consider. So the reality is that cravings come and they go. So you don't need to sort of worry about the craving getting more and more intense. That's just the addictive part of the mind. It's going to create that junky thoughts that, you can't deal with it and that it's going to get worse. But that's not actually true. All you need to do, accept some temporary discomfort. Temporary is the key word there. And willingly accept it as well. Just realize that if I feel some temporary discomfort, I'm actually using that discomfort to change my addictive neural pathways. And that's how you gain permanent mental freedom for good. So thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope it has been useful. If you do want more sort of help in terms of quitting porn, there is a link in the description to some free training, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.